Here's how you can build the best routine for your hair going into 2025 with the best products of 2024. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sareena. I'm a bioengineer and trichologist in training who breaks down the science of hair care so you can learn more about your hair and the products you use. So this is exactly how you're going to build your routine, whether you want stronger hair, longer hair, or to grow your hair. We're going to go over the best products for your hair care problems so that you can not only build a routine for your hair, but you can build a routine for your hair with the best products available. Now we're going to start off with scalp products because healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Now I want you to remember that if you have any type of hair loss or hair growth problems, the best thing you could do is first take care of yourself, but also see your doctor, because a lot of times with hair loss problems, it has to do with something internally. So whether it be testing if you have any vitamin deficiencies or doing a blood test to see if there's something wrong with your hormones, it can make a huge impact on your hair growth. Making sure you're healthy is like a key pillar to making sure your hair can grow. I also want you to remember that hair growth is also dependent on your genetics and your lifestyle. But if you don't have any internal problems and you're taking care of yourself with a consistent routine and you're eating well, products can help with your hair growth, whether it be contributing to a healthy scalp environment or making sure that you're protecting the hair that you're growing. And since we're starting off with scalp products, we're going to focus on hair loss due to buildup and buildup in general. To start off, some of the best products to help remove buildup are scalp exfoliators. Now, I prefer chemical exfoliators over physical exfoliators just because they're a lot easier to apply and I find that they're more effective for me. And all of these work by breaking down buildup. So when it comes to scalp buildup, the cells on your scalp are compact and they're in layers. And when it comes to scalp buildup, the layers that you see flaking is just the surface layers of your scalp. So what scalp exfoliators do is they essentially break up those loose flakes on your scalp. And being able to remove buildup is not only important for your scalp health, but it's also important for your hair growth because flakes can actually block your hair follicles and cause your scalp to become imbalanced. Now, balance is super important for your scalp because you have these little microbes called malassezia. And malassezia feeds off of fatty acids from your scalp. And when malassezia becomes imbalanced, that's when you start to have some scalp problems like dandruff because it's part of your body's natural response to protect itself. So getting rid of that buildup, whether it be from getting rid of flakes, getting rid of oils and product, and or controlling your sebum level, which a lot of these do, like I know for sure the Living Proof Detox does. It'll help your overall scalp health. And plus, scalp exfoliants help a lot with getting rid of some buildup that may not come off when you're shampooing. And I know for sure that the Living Proof Scalp Care Exfoliator and the DP Scalp Detox both have salicylic acid. Now, this is really important, especially if you have an oily scalp. Because again, with excess sebum available, more malassezia can grow. And if more malassezia grows, the more imbalanced your scalp becomes, causing more dandruff. Because in the end, it will impact your hair growth and can cause you to have hair loss. So your scalp health is super, super important when it comes to your hair growth. And if I had to choose the best of the 5, I would say that the Living Proof Scalp Care Exfoliator is the best. Now, the best budget-friendly is the Balancing Act from Not Your Mother's. But the applicator from the Rudis is the best because it's rounded so it won't catch onto your hair. And I can show you all of the applicators are flat and this tends to like tug at my hair as I'm applying it. And with a rounded edge, this glides really smoothly on my scalp. So I kind of wish that all of them had this applicator. But the best product overall is for sure from Living Proof. And since we're talking about dandruff, we have to talk about dandruff shampoos. Now, if you've watched my content on here, TikTok, or Instagram, you'll know that Nizoral is my all-time favorite dandruff shampoo. It has ketoconazole, which is an antifungal ingredient, which will specifically attack fungus like malassezia, which helps so much with dandruff. So what I like to do is for the first step of washing my hair, I grab a salicylic acid shampoo, whether it be the K18 Detox or the Verb Dandruff Shampoo, because both of these have salicylic acid. And remember, salicylic acid helps control sebum, and sebum feeds malassezia. Not all sebum is bad, but excess amount of sebum means more growth of malassezia. So if you're able to balance the amount of sebum you have, you'll balance the malassezia. So I actually not necessarily sandwich, but I layer a salicylic acid shampoo like one of these two, and then I follow up with Nizoral. Now, if you need a more budget-friendly option, you can sub in the Dove Dandruff Shampoo. Now, the Dove shampoo is like the Head and Shoulder shampoo in the sense that it has zinc pyrithione, but a lot of times when I recommend Head and Shoulders as a budget-friendly option, people say that it dries out their hair, so the Dove Anti-Dandruff Shampoo is such a good option that is an antifungal. And because we brought up the K18 Detox as one of the best dandruff shampoos, it's also my favorite clarifying shampoo. In the case of this clarifying shampoo, it does three things. It removes buildup from your scalp and your hair, which all clarifying shampoos do. It has salicylic acid, which also helps with your dandruff. And third, it also helps remove hard water. Not all clarifying shampoos do this, which is why I chose the K18 Detox. Now, L'Oreal does have a clarifying shampoo that also helps remove hard water, so if you need a more budget-friendly option from the K18 Detox, that is such a good option. And generally, if you need to know how often you need to clarify your hair, I say at least once a month, just to remove buildup. It could change the amount of times you need to clarify your hair based off of your condition of your hair. For example, if your hair tends to get buildup really easily, I would say do it every 2 weeks. And or if you use a lot of conditioning products and that weighs down your hair and you notice that there's a lot of buildup, then it's time for you to clarify your hair. Or if you try a conditioning product and you really don't see like it affected your hair at all, then that's another sign you may need to clarify your hair. Now, if you have hair loss due to breakage, there's only ever 2 shampoos that I'll recommend, and they're both drugstore shampoos. And it's the Bond Strength shampoo from Dove and also L'Oreal Everpure's bonding shampoo. Now, how you choose between the two is Dove is a little bit cheaper than L'Oreal, but some people find that the L'Oreal is a little too conditioning for them. So Dove is generally really good for every hair type, even finer hair types. Now, if you try Dove and it's still really heavy, that's when I'd recommend the Healthy Hair Shampoo from Ypres. It has a really lightweight formula, and also they don't advertise this, but it also can be used as a clarifying shampoo, and I'm a huge fan of multi-use products. Now, if you're having hair loss due to breakage, it's really important to incorporate a repair shampoo because your hair is the weakest when it's wet. Repair shampoos like these have conditioning agents that coat your hair to protect your hair, whether it be silicones and oils. They're formulated to protect your hair not only in the shower, but also out of the shower. And remember, this is important because I said your hair is weakest when it's wet and therefore more prone to breakage. Now, if you don't have hair loss due to scalp issues, whether it be oily scalp or dandruff, and you're not having hair loss due to breakage, then that's when I usually recommend some type of healthy hair shampoo. And these are the type of shampoos that have actives like vitamins, peptides, pre and probiotics to help your scalp maintain a really good environment. And when it comes to hair loss, I say these are pretty effective because they help with your hair density. Now, people get your hair density and your hair thickness mixed up a lot. So your hair thickness is how wide your hair strands are, but your hair density is how many hairs are on your scalp. Now, when it comes to hair loss, oftentimes people are losing a lot of hair. If you're losing a lot of hair, that's a decrease in hair density. When it comes to hair density, these are really good shampoos I like to recommend. This is the Clarifying Shampoo from the Scalp Plus Hair Therapy line from Dove and the Hydrating Shampoo from the Scalp Plus Hair Therapy line from Dove. Now, the Balancing Act from Not Your Mother's is technically like a dandruff shampoo because it has pre and probiotics, which help balance your scalp's microbiome. Now, the Not Your Mother, even though I put Not Your Mother's Balancing Act in the healthy hair shampoo category, it's technically a dandruff shampoo because the pre and probiotics help balance your scalp's microbiome. I just find that it's just not as effective as something as salicylic acid or something like ketoconazole, like in the Nizoral. This is also a really good drugstore option for dandruff. And finally, we have healthy hair serums and products that you leave on your scalp. We have the DPQ apple cider vinegar hair serum, the Rootis BioBrew serum, and the Rootis Density serum. Now, serums are gonna help improve your scalp's environment so that it's even more healthy, so that your hair can grow. And like the healthy scalp shampoo, they often contain peptides and vitamins to really make sure that your hair is growing in an optimal place. Now, these are not magic. So if you have some sort of hair loss that's due to either like your hormones or any vitamin deficiencies, these are not gonna work for you, and neither are the healthy hair shampoos. Healthy scalp serums are super, super expensive, so I don't think these are a necessity to have whenever you're growing your hair, but they definitely are helpful. One of my favorite budget-friendly options, I don't even have it because I used all of it, is the Dove Scalp Plus Hair Therapy Hair Serum. It's a huge bottle. It's way bigger than any of these, and it will still help your scalp have a healthy environment. I think it has a little bit of a scent, so if you're not really into scents, it's a clean scent. So if you're not into scents, it may not be the best choice for you, but I think it's such a good budget-friendly option, and especially since these go by so fast because they're in a small bottle. I think the Dove Scalp Plus Hair Therapy Serum is just so good. And if I had a favorite among these four, I'd probably have to say the Rootis, because I really like that their serum is actually a spray bottle. I'll definitely be reusing this, but it just makes the application so much easier, especially since serums a lot of times actually apply the product to wet hair. With curly hair, it's best to not touch your hair as much when it's wet because when it dries, it'll get more frizzy. So I tend to lean towards the spray serums. Now, the ultimate product for hair growth is going to be minoxidil or Rogaine, and it basically works by increasing your blood flow and prolonging the growth phase of your hair so that your hair can grow. Now, this is really good, especially if you have hair loss. Now, if you do have hair loss that's due to an internal problem, whether it be like the vitamin deficiencies or hormones, if you don't fix those internal problems and you stop using minoxidil, you'll lose your hair again. Now, the next type of products we're going to go over are conditioning products, and they're going to protect and repair your hair. It's super important to note that repair products are going to help your hair, but they're not going to magically fix things like split ends. Once your hair is broken like that, it will forever be broken. So it's super important for hair growth and hair health that you get trims regularly. Because if you're not getting rid of your split ends, the split ends can grow into the healthy parts of your hair, which in the end impede your hair's health and growth. For shampoos and conditioners, I don't really think it's necessary to have to buy high-end products, which is why I recommend, again, L'Oreal Everpure and Dove. These are high-performing drugstore products that will not only protect your hair with some of my favorite ingredients like silicones, but they also help repair bonds in your hair. And these are weaker bonds in your hair. Using bonding products like these are super important, especially if you're doing things like coloring your hair often, using hot tools, styling your hair a lot, and or if you're just seeing a lot of breakage, these are going to help so much. Since we just went over shampoos, I wanted to go over a couple options of pre-shampoo treatments. Whenever I wash my hair is super knotty. And if this happens to your hair, whether if it's curly, straight, or coily, pre-shampoos are going to help a lot with the detangling process, with preventing damage. The Olaplex coconut oil is super popular because you can put them at the ends of your hair before you shampoo to prevent some damage while shampooing. Because remember, whenever your hair is wet, it's fragile. So this is also a really good drugstore option that I like to use every once in a while. Now for these ones, these are going to help protect and also help you detangle your hair when you're shampooing. And the more you're able to protect and repair your hair, the stronger your hair will be. Because again, remember, your hair is super fragile when it's wet. So having a pre-shampoo can make the detangling process easier, which in turn causes less damage to your hair. And plus it helps a lot that these are bonding products as well. Next, I wanted to go into hair treatments. We have the Apres Bond Repair Treatment, the Dove 10-in-1 Bond Strength Hair Serum Mask, the Coco and Eve Repair Leave-In Treatment, K18, and the Comeback Kid from Fenty Hair. When it comes to repair products, molecular repair products are going to be the most effective because they're actually repairing the keratin chains in your hair. But oftentimes these are the most expensive products of repair treatments, except in the case of the Coco and Eve repair treatment. If you want to know how molecular repair products work and how Coco and Eve was able to make a molecular repair product, I'll put a link up here for a video. Molecular repair products repair the keratin chains in your hair that make up your hair. And they're most effective if you have extreme damage. Now, anyone can use molecular repair products, but in my opinion, unless you have extreme damage or it fits within your budget, I would say these are not as necessary. But if you had to choose between these two molecular repair products, this created the molecular repair product industry and has their own peptide technology to repair your hair. And this one's more of an affordable option to this. Now, there are pros and cons to each, but in general, molecular repair products tend to not help you detangle your hair. So if that's important to you, then I'd recommend trying a product I'm going to recommend in a second, or use this product and the next products I'm going to recommend. The Comeback Kit and the Dove Serum Mask are one of the best detangling products I've ever used for my hair. The Comeback Kit I believe is around $30 and the Serum Mask is around $10. So if you need something more budget friendly, then the mask is the better option. It's a leave-in and it's a hair treatment, so if you're looking for something fast but you want to repair your hair and not have to wash it out, this is the better option. But these are both super helpful when it comes to detangling. And finally, we have Ypres. Now, this is technically a pre-shampoo treatment because you spray it on your hair before you shampoo your hair, but it's not going to necessarily help you detangle your hair, but more so make your hair stronger because it repairs disulfide bonds in your hair. So if you want something that's eco-friendly and you want something you can put on your hair before you shower so you don't have to wait for a long time in the shower, then Ypres is such a good option. Finally, we made it to leave-in products. Now, these two products are leave-ins and conditioner and or conditioning treatments. The Ypres Healthy Hair is a really good conditioner for someone who likes lightweight conditioner, and it actually surprised me because I assumed that since it was a lightweight conditioner that it wouldn't be able to detangle my hair, but it actually did a pretty good job. I like to use this on days where my hair may need to dry a little faster, and because it's so lightweight, my hair dries really fast, but it also helps me to tangle my hair. Now, it performs better at detangling my hair than most conditioners do, but it's not as good as the Comeback Kit or the Dove Bond Serum Mask. This also repairs the disulfide bonds in your hair, and it's a little bit thicker, so it'll help you detangle a lot too. Now, I actually used the entire bottle of their Redken acidic bonding treatment, and I love the product, but I don't think I would buy it again because I don't know if you can see, it's actually only 5 ounces. So I went through this pretty fast, but it helped me a lot with the tangling. But it wasn't my absolute favorite leave-in. I would say one of these would be probably the Comeback Kid, but it's a really good option for someone that might want a product that's kind of like in between these as far as texture. Now for curl creams, we have the Home Curl Cream from Fenty Hair, Briogeo Curl Charisma, Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Cream. If I had to choose the best cream from here, I'd probably say it's Fenty Hair. The most budget friendly is the curl cream from Not Your Mother's, but the texture for the home curl cream is unmatched to any curl product I've ever used, and plus it smells so good. So if you had to choose between the three, I would choose this one, and if you had to choose a budget friendly option, I would choose this one. For gels, it's just Not Your Mother's Curl Talk. There of course are other options, but this is the most budget friendly and the most effective products I use. I use one other gel every so often, but this is the main gel that I use. This one has a little bit more of a softer hold. This one has a little bit of a harder hold. So if you do use gels like these, whether it be just like for slicking back your hair or for defining your curls, this will have a little bit more crunch, so you'll have to break the cast more effectively, but it holds your curls super well. And finally, for hair oils and gels, these are some of my favorites. We have the OGX Coconut Oil again, the K18 Molecular Repair Oil, the Verb Ghost Oil, Olaplex Bonding Oil, and the Dove Super Serum. For curly hair, oils and serums may help refresh your hair, break the gel cast, and for everybody, it'll help with frizz. When you have hair oils on your hair, that a lot of times they can also help protect your hair from UV stressors, like some leave-in and conditioners do as well. If I had to choose my favorite one, I think I tend to grab the Olaplex number 7 the most out of all the oils and serums, but if for budget friendly, I would say the Dove Super Serum is so good. The Dove Bond Strength line, which is what this is a part of, is supposed to be drugstore hair care performing like high-end products. So I tend to reach for the Dove Bond Strength products a lot because not only are they affordable, but they're super effective. And that's the same way I feel about this serum. The Verb Ghost Oil and then also the Verb Dandruff Shampoo are my 2 favorite products from Verb. So if you're a Verb fan like me, the Ghost Oil can be a really good option. I love K18, but $68 for a hair oil can be a lot for some people, including me. And so if you want the molecular repair in an oil, by the way, your hair has to be wet whenever you're applying this oil for the molecular repair to work. But if you want the molecular repair in an oil form, this is really good. But just keep in mind, the most effective molecular repair product of all of K18 products is going to be the molecular repair product. I want to thank you so much for building your 2025 hair care routine with some of my favorite products from 2024. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe because it helps me create more videos like this and so that I can help you. I love to learn with you guys and I can't wait to see what we do next.